then, folks, welcome back to the Liverpool Complete Playthrough series with me, Dr. Benji FM. Now, you'll find myself here, sitting on the fixtures of Tottenham Hotspur. Why are you here, Ben? Well, I think that the Premier League will come down to, title-wise anyway, will come down to the next two games. Tottenham play Chelsea and us. So it's going to see, well, we're going to see, aren't we? If Chelsea win these two games, the games they've got after that, Sunderland, Leicester, Watford, Burnley, you would suspect they will probably win. So it's the next two games I think that are going to be pivotal. Not only are Spurs fixtures very, very tricky for the very close future, ours are equally as difficult. We play Arsenal, and we've obviously just beaten Chelsea, then Tottenham, Southampton to come, and then Sunderland, Leicester and Everton. Not probably as easy as the fixtures that Spurs have got, but they are going to be a challenge. If we look at the Premier League table, then you can see Spurs sit on top of it, 4 points clear. We've got Arsenal just behind them on 64. We also join them on 64 with an inferior goal difference. You've got Southampton on 64 as well. Manchester United could leapfrog all of the 64 place teams, point teams, with a win in their next game, which happens to be against Chelsea. So one of those teams, either Chelsea are going to come right back into it and put themselves on 61, or United are probably going to break Chelsea away from this top pack. Of course, Chelsea then follow that up with the game against Spurs and could do everyone beneath them a huge favour. So as we continue forward then, Klopp is chasing Roberto Firmino. Where is Jurgen Klopp? He's now manager of Manchester City. Pep Guardiola, sort of unsurprisingly, was sacked after quite a poor year with Manchester City. They're a bottom half side. I mean, that's not very good, is it? Apparently Coutinho is wanted by PSG, and all these things continue to matter if we are to do another series of this particular save. So then, let's see. I guess we're just going to continue forward. We're not going to sort of faff around too much and get towards this Arsenal game. Actually, what was the result then between Manchester United and Chelsea? When is that game, in fact? Because has that just happened? Or it's the Wednesday. So the Wednesday night fixture that's coming up tomorrow. This is going to be interesting. This is the first thing we get to look forward to in today's complete playthrough. Not much else, I've got to be honest, is really going on. We've got a scout report on Arsenal. The thing is, right now, I'm quite happy with the way we're performing generally. I think that tactic-wise, it's looking pretty good. Keita Balde will hopefully be back for the game at the weekend as well. It's a must-win game, so there's no sort of room to play a weaker side. This is the game then. Chelsea United, let's say, if Chelsea win it, they pull themselves back into it and get themselves a good bit of form, which we're looking forward to. And then it comes down to Manchester United. Well, a 1-1. That helps absolutely nobody. But if anything, actually, no, I tell a lie. It helps us, if anything, because now level on games with Manchester United, and we're still a point better off. It's very similar, actually, to the real-life Premier League season. Every time they have a chance to sort of come back at us, they don't quite take it. So Arsenal, here we go then. This is going to be a tough game. Second in the division. Really, it's one of those that if you don't win it, then you can't expect to win the league. And then with Tottenham coming up after that, it doesn't get much tougher. So the next couple of games, the next couple of episodes of this series are going to be exciting as we get ever closer. And I don't think they've got anybody out for the game, which is a bit disappointing. I've not seen any reports of an injury. We won't do the press conference because football manager press conferences are dull. So Coquelin's out. Oh, Alexis Sanchez is out. Damaged spine, so he definitely won't feature, which is really good news for us. Welbeck, Ozil, Oxlade-Chamberlain expected then. Cazorla and Xhaka in the middle. Giroud up front. Giroud's always caused me a bit of a problem, my football manager, so excuse me, we'll have to see if he does that once again. Arsene Wenger still Arsenal manager. He's loving it. Oh, we don't even play on the Saturday. We play on the Sunday, which means we play on the Sunday and the Wednesday. A little bit close together for my liking, if I do say so myself, but we'll battle on regardless. Hey, see, people seem keen, by the way, yesterday. I mentioned, obviously, the Spell series. People seem excited about that, so good. It's coming soon. I need to sort out a little intro for it, and then we can crack on, as we always do. So, getting ever closer. Southampton, that game's going to be televised as well. Everyone is getting back to full fitness. Sadio Mane is getting very, very close, and actually we'll make the bench today. I think we'll put him on there for Pastore, so we may well see Mane at some point. But the team is going to remain the same team that went out last time then and got that 4-1 win against Chelsea. Of course, Keita and Firmino getting in the goals, and it should be a fascinating game. Team-wise then, we're going with Mignolet in goal, Klein, Van Dijk, Matip and Kolasinac at left-back. Wijnaldum and Henderson are going to be in the middle. Adam Lallana further ahead with Keita on the right, Coutinho on the left and Firmino up top through the middle. Emre Can's still got one more game of his suspension to serve. So here we are then, Arsenal Football Club versus Liverpool. Is it away or is it at home? I think it's at the Emirates, if I'm not mistaken. I think we played them at home earlier in the season. I mean, we're about to find out. Let's see. Where are we playing? We're playing at the Emirates. I thought as much. Okay. Manchester United won their game the day before, so everyone's dropped down a little bit, but we have the chance then to get back above them and put ourselves points behind Spurs. In fact, if we win today, if either side wins, actually, they'll only be 2 points behind. Spurs must have had a poor result. I didn't quite catch that. But Giroud's going to be up front then, as I say, Welbeck, Ozil, and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the back line. Probably a strong, like, if anything, apart from Sanchez, of course, probably the strongest 11 they can put out there. They've brought Ramsey in for Xhaka, but even so, still a very strong side, and we're going to have to be our absolute best to beat them. And hopefully at some point we'll get to see Sadio Mane, who's been out for the majority of the season. So kicking off the game, starting the game, we're wearing all black today. I don't know why the tunnel's over there. That's not where it is in the Emirates. That shouldn't annoy me, but it does annoy me a little bit. Does it annoy you when the tunnels aren't quite where they should be? Is that hard to put into the game? I don't know. I feel like it should be possible. As here we are then. Arsenal wearing their familiar kit. We're, as I say, in our all black number. And it's going to be a big, important game. This might need, sort of game that might need some in-match managerial changes if things don't go our way, as Ramsey drives forward early in the game, strike on goal, straight into the arms of Mignolet, who will gather it. Now, it's going to be interesting to see, of course, away at Arsenal, are we going to be able to dominate possession? And if not, how quickly then do we decide that, you know, playing a more sort of standard style won't work out? Is it time to go to the counter quite early on? We've got the players to do that sort of thing. As the solo of this, actually, we've got a chance. Early in the game, Henderson plays it over to Wijnaldum. It was a throw from Klein that started it all off. And now it's Coutinho into Firmino, who's in loads of space. Firmino, check with a save. Firmino, either side of him. You'd fancy him to score. It will be a corner kick, though, to us. And it's going to be, I assume, Coutinho to whip it in. It is Coutinho. Got lots of men in the middle. Ball driven to the front post. Not a good corner. And Henderson will gather it. I'll probably pull it back. I don't know if this will be the end of the highlight. It is the end of the highlight. 20 minutes gone then. And so far, we've actually had more possession than Arsenal. So there's no point of going counter-attacking and giving that up. If you're having more of the ball, then continue to have slightly more of the ball. I thought if they went to sort of 55%, we would switch it up and try and catch them on the break if they're in more control. But we're coming forward again. Coutinho into Firmino. He's got an option of Henderson on the outside. Henderson tries to poke it home. Two massive opportunities, two clear-cut chances, and we've not taken either one. Deary me, 25 minutes gone at the Emirates, half an hour gone at the Emirates, and we've looked really good so far, but Cazorla with a free kick, lays it off to Oxlade-Chamberlain, finds Danny Welbeck. Oh, Nathaniel Klein does really, really well, but then Welbeck himself does well, and drifts past the defender, and drills it into the bottom corner, and Arsenal will take the 1-0 lead. Danny Welbeck with the goal. We did really well to win it back, and then we fell asleep, it looked like. You can see here, Welbeck, Klein wins it back, it falls to Lallana, and then Welbeck nabs it off him, takes on the sliding challenge of Klein, stays on his feet as well, an honest player, Danny Welbeck, and then drills it in off the post. And that is not what we wanted. We're 50% possession as well. I kind of wish they had more of the ball. As we get to half-time, I don't think we're going to change anything. What we are going to see, though, is where the majority of our passes are going at this half-time stage. I'm going to say we've been unlucky. So actually, no, I'll show you something else in the second half. While we do that, though, let's see then. Where are our passes been hitting in that first half, and where are they getting intercepted as well? So a lot of the passes we're losing the ball a lot of the time from goal kick clearances from Mignolet consistently. So it might be an option in this game to play out from the back, because actually, I'm looking at that there, like, receive passes, we've not had a single one inside the area, which is never ever good. So instruction wise, let's work it into the box. Let's get Mignolet playing out of defence as well. So we won't exploit the flanks as much now because I want us to keep the ball. But on Simon Mignolet, player instruction wise, we're going to get him to take shorter kicks for the rest of this half, I think. Fewer risky passes, though. We don't want him to do anything daft. But I do want us to keep the ball rather than giving it away to Arsenal willy-nilly. That's not really working. And in the same token of all of this, I'm going to make us go attacking as well early in the second half and see if we can get a goal back and maybe come off attacking, try and manage the game slightly differently. But again, keeping the ball from the back, not losing it in stupid areas, because it's not really done as much good so far. And Roberto Firmino isn't your traditional target man, so there's no point of launching up to him constantly. It's not really going to work out. As Klein tries to head it away, he forced to Monreal into Sanchez now. Ozil plays it forward to Monreal again. He swings in a ball to Giroud. Mignolet tips it over. Good save from Simon Mignolet. And Arsenal piling on a little bit more pressure, which isn't ideal, I have to say. Ozil, though, with the corner kick, whips it in from that left-hand side. Henderson heads clear. And corners, generally, just in football overall, aren't as good as they used to be, I feel like. Every corner seems to hit the first man. As Arsenal forward again. Monreal, left side. Tries to play it into Cazorla, who swings it into Aaron Ramsey. Blocks, and now the breakaway could be on. We're playing attacking. Coutinho launches it up to Firmino, and you've got men in the middle running up forward with him. It's Henderson and Lallana to his left-hand side. He finds Jordan Henderson. Through on goal. Henderson hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Jordan did so well to get there, and now because we're playing attacking, we're so exposed at the back. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes forward. Can Arsenal take the chance? Matip clears out to Coutinho again, who launches it forward. The highlights never stopping at the moment. Lallana, first time through ball towards Roberto Firmino, who drives forward with it, takes on his man. Firmino continues his venture forward. Hector Bellerin from behind with the foul, and it's going to be a free kick, which we are going to get to see, so this could result in something. Coutinho lofts the ball in, down to Keita, can't get a shot on goal, and cleared by the Arsenal defence, and a little bit of moments here for us to calm down, but it's end-to-end stuff. Great chance for Henderson, and it didn't quite come to anything. Again, will we look for a counter-attack in these areas? Will we win the ball back, break with speed, as Ramsey, Giroud pulls off a little bit and plays it through to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's got the pace and the delivery to cause a problem. Giroud heads it across. I'm not sure if it was a save or it hit the crossbar, to be honest. It does say they fit the woodwork there, so I think it might have been the bar, and even so then. 20 minutes to go. Arsenal are a team that like to control the game. They like to put on the pressure. So to counter-attack them, the theory behind that is that they will have a lot of the ball. They will still try and attack. It's the Arsenal way. And if we can just hit them on the break at some point, we're also going to bring Sadio Mane into the mix. In fact, we're going to take Coutinho off and have wingers on either side. We're going to change up Keita and have 2 attacking wingers on either side right now to try and make the difference. I don't think we're going to make any other changes. No, we're not. We're just going to keep it as is. In the centre, keep that spine the same, but just try and look for this counter-attack in the final few minutes, and it's not happening at all. So for the final 5, we'll go back to attacking and see if we can force an opening. And I wonder of the feet here, we've been on a really good run, and Arsenal at the Emirates have caused us a right jiffy, and they've put a stop to our title hopes at least. It's going to be 5 points to the gap now. Arsenal go right behind Spurs, and we sit in 4th position. Of course, at the start of the season, I think we would have taken, similar to Liverpool's real season, right? We would have taken Champions League football, but we're close. We're so close, and Southampton in 5th now, piling on the pressure. We play Spurs next time. That is a big game. Win that, we go 2 points behind them. Of course, if we've won today, we could have leapfrogged Spurs, but it's not to be. So that is going to bring us to the end then. Tune in tomorrow. Spurs is the game. It's a huge game as it is as well. Disappointing defeat to Arsenal, but we will have to bounce back. So if you enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and we love with care from Minutes to Mention. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.